great interviews later on in the podcast. We got our good man, Billy Good, coming on the show. He will be main eventing Southeastern Elite Combat this Saturday night. We are so excited. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I am an avid fan of regional mixed martial arts. I just am. I love the big scenes, and I love talking with main event UFC fighters that we do here on the Fight Pass podcast. But there's just something about seeing talent and seeing the talent grow and mature into a mixed martial artist, and then seeing them on the biggest scene. It's amazing. I love it. I love the ride. I love the journey. Talking about one of those journeys, how about our guy, Impa Kasanganay? Man, big ups to him winning this past weekend's UFC Vegas 8 unanimous decision. Impa looked terrific. So pumped. Huge show. We're going to get into it. We're definitely Alexander Rakic, Neil Magny, a lot of highlight fights that Ricardo Lamas. God, that was awesome. But before that, before all this, before we talk to Billy later on, guys, I got to talk to our main man, Joel Scott. iKON Fighting Federation 1. I am so excited. We've been talking about this for a minute. It's here. We are finally in September, and I had to lead off the Fight Bananas podcast with a iKON fighter, and Joel Scott's coming in first. We got the rest of the roster coming on later on this week, at the end of the week. But Joel Scott's definitely coming on 2 to 3 minutes. But before we get there, just a little cleanup time. Guys, tomorrow on the Fight Bananas podcast, I believe 2:03, we're talking with the bare knuckle FC heavyweight champion, Joey Beltran. And it's, they signed Paige Van Zant. We got the Lewis and Jim Allers match. We got a lot of things coming. We got the 9/11 show in Daytona. It's going to be covered by Fight Bananas. We got Thiago Alves in the main event, Hector Lombard in the co. A lot of great stuff. But we do know who is the bare knuckle FC heavyweight champion. It's Joey Beltran. Sometimes I think he's overlooked, so we're going to talk to him. I really want to know what's next for him. So it's a great, great interview. That's tomorrow. And Thursday, we have UFC flyweight top contender Alex Perez. He comes back on the podcast. We love us some Alex. I'm going to talk to him, of course, about the division, what he feels about how Cody No Love jumped the line and has the flyweight championship fight. So much is coming this week on Fight Bananas. We're going to have a great Friday as well. But, guys, before we go the rest of the week, let's talk to our main man, Joel Scott, iKON Fighting Federation 1, September 24th, UFC Fight Pass. Let's go. Absolutely bananas. All right, guys, here we go. We're getting it. September 24th, UFC Fight Pass. Man, we're back. Joel Scott, iKON Fighting Federation 1. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing awesome, my brother. How you doing?
Man, we're doing great, brother. We're doing good. We're rolling. It's so pumped. I'm so excited. We've been down with iKON for a minute. It's finally here, the month September, the 24th, UFC Fight Pass. Roy Jones Jr. boxing the same night. A humongous night. Man, how amped are you? How much juice you got going for this fight?
Dude, it's crazy, dude. I had a little bit of a layoff, so just been getting some extra rounds in, getting some extra training in, dude. Just falling in love with it all over again.
Gosh, I love hearing that. That's so funny. Those were a couple notes I had for you. For one, what was the reason for the layoff over this last 18 months, somewhere in there?
Yeah. I got injured. I'm actually a trainer as well. I got a couple of celebrity trainers. a couple of celebrity clients. They took me on tour with them, so I was on tour around the world for like 3.5 months. So that was another basically disconnect. Cool experience, but so I had to come back.
Whoa.
To fighting.
All right, we got to hear stories on this. So, okay, you travel in the world. Give us some good ones. So I didn't know that at all. I knew you got the gym, and I do want to hit on that, especially what it means to be a pro fighter and, a manager, gym, all that, coach and all of that nature. But, okay, so you're traveling the world. Who are you with, and where have you been over in the last 18 months?
Dude, I traveled all over Europe.
Wow.
Almost every single country. I trained the Suicide Boys.
Okay.
They're a really huge trap metal group out of New Orleans, where I'm from. And, yeah, dude, it was the craziest thing ever. We toured all around Europe. for maybe a month and a half. Then we came back to the U.S. We did the U.S. for another month and a half, coast to coast. Craziest thing ever. I got to meet some really cool people. Title Boxing Club down in Metairie, right outside of New Orleans. Full-time fighter, full-time dad, single dad, full-time trainer, and it's pretty awesome, dude. I make every football game, every basketball game, so it's a life, dude.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm with you on that. I am too. I'm a 24/7 dad. We got 4 kids now, 2 boys. We had twin girls over New Year's Eve. We are just running ragged. And then, of course, we got this. We got Fight Bananas that's blowing up in the last year or so. So we're doing it. So when you said you kind of fell, in a way back in love with it, was there a time you're like, man, the professional fighter in me, I can coach, I can do this, I can travel, I can do this, I got the family. Was there a time that you were like, man, I don't know if I'm going to step back in? It came to a point, I had a run. I do want to say that 2008 was your first pro fight, right? 2008?
Yeah, long time ago.
Right. We're in 2020 through a goddamn global pandemic, and you're getting back in the ring. What was that little itch? What was it for you to be like, okay, I'm back, I'm coming back?
Well, it was just I actually never lost the fire or the love. It was just fighting on really little shows. You don't make that much money.
Right.
I had another kid, and I had to stop fighting to go work on the railroad. So.
Okay. Then how? Okay, let's talk about this. Then the platform, iKON Fighting Federation, the first show. UFC Fight Pass, a humongous platform, a humongous test in front of you with AJ Cunningham, a huge prospect. How excited are you to be under this platform? We've seen it. Dean Tool matchmaking. We got Keith Altrey.
Yeah, definitely.
These guys make stars, my man. I don't know if you saw this past weekend. Impa Kasanganay is a superstar fighting under Dean Tool for a couple of months now. He's in the UFC. How cool is it for you to be under this banner now?
Dude, I'm super excited. I'm absolutely honored. I feel like me and AJ match up really, really well.
Right.
He likes to throw some tricky shit. I like to throw some tricky shit. We actually both like to bang. So it's gonna be fireworks, dude. I'm super excited. And to be on a promotion with anything to do with Roy Jones, come on, man. What?
Right. Right. No, I'm amped, man. We had Roy Jones on the show probably around 3 weeks ago. The whole Tyson news broke. The world went wild for it. We cannot wait for that. That's late November now. That got pushed back. So you never know, man. Roy Jones could be in the building. I know he's training. He's training his ass off right now. And they're keeping him separate because the whole, Corona pandemic and all that. They really want to make sure that Tyson fight goes through. But, it's just a humongous show. iKON 1. I talked to a couple people on it already, and we got a couple people coming on later on this week. There's nothing like 1. You know what I mean? Like Super Bowl 1, WrestleMania 1, iKON Fighting Federation 1.
Dude,
and it's just like, especially, I've been hearing this too. There's a lot of great fights on this card, but your fight with AJ, a lot of people have it circled. A lot of people have it fight of the night already. How does it feel to kind of have that? I don't want to say pressure. It's almost excitement. Like you guys are the featured fight, a fight of the night, kind of a fight for iKON 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually why I fight. I'm sure that's why he fights too. Turn the lights on, dude. Put the camera on. I want people to see what I've been doing in the dark. There's a lot of hours that go in where nobody knows what you're doing. And everybody's asleep. We're up doing shit. We're running. We're sparring. We're doing different things. So I'm ready to showcase to everybody, to the world.
Right.
So it's go time, dude.
And you will, man. UFC Fight Pass, over 40 countries, I believe. It's a million people. It's amazing. The platform that they have there at UFC Fight Pass is awesome. I love working with them. They're a great company to kind of work for and work with. So we are so excited. That's September 24th, Thursday night, iKON Federation 1, Biloxi, Mississippi. We're going to get it. Joe, what would you tell yourself? Like you said, okay, you started in 2008. It's been a minute. 2020, what would Jules Scott say to himself in 2008 about yourself now in 2020, the fighter you have become?
Dude, I'm night and day. I started out as a kid. I'm a seasoned vet now. I've gone through some injuries, and I've had to rehab. So that's given me a different understanding for training and my training approaches. So like I'm in much better shape. I'm in much better condition. Much more knowledgeable now than I ever was back in those years. So
wow,
it's all just coming together right now.
I love it. Have you been watching tape on AJ, or is it more? There's like two types, right? There's someone who kind of watches everything. You know what I mean? They want to know what's his go-to move when he gets in trouble. What does he do? Does he try to do the takedown? Does he throw heavy shots? Whatever. Then there seems like the other side is, no, like I want to work on myself. I really don't want to know because I don't want to overthink the fight. I want my instincts to be right that night, and I want to work on me. What kind of fighter are you, Joel?
So I definitely do my homework.
Okay.
I definitely don't obsess with what they're doing. My coaching staff they are literal geniuses. I don't know if you know the superstar Tom Lee, but
of course.
Yeah, Tom Lee's one of my coaches. Sean Gayton is my head coach. He is the mastermind behind everything. So like, dude, I have Division I wrestlers in my gym. I have superstar Taekwondo guys. I come from literally a Shark Tank of guys. So I have my coaching staff. They're very thorough when they break down opponents. I'm not. I kind of do what they say, but I do my homework as well. But I mostly do what they say.
Okay, I love it. Iron sharpens iron. We know that for sure. Man, Joel, I loved talking to you. We're going to talk to you out there in Mississippi a couple days before the fight and press conference after and all that stuff. So we're so excited. We appreciate you coming on the show. We're rolling right now, but I would love for you to, here's the platform, take it away. Any kind of sponsors or coaches or teammates, talk about your gym, whatever you want. The platform's yours, my man.
Thank you. I just want to say a big shout out to my gym, Mid City MMA. T-Web MMA down in Baton Rouge for helping me out prior to the fight. Kingfish Pools, Metairie, Louisiana. Title Boxing Club, Metairie. That's my gym. Damn, dude, you caught me off guard. I didn't have my
and Joe, how'd you do with the hurricane? You made it all right? The family's okay? Gym okay?
Dude, that hurricane didn't even do anything. We barely got rain down here.
There we go. That's 2020 though, man. The news, they're throwing stuff out there. It's like of course, we wanted everyone to be safe, and we love the Panhandle. We're there all the time. It's been a hotbed of mixed martial arts lately. I don't know if you feel that. It's just on fire, right? Like the last 3, 4, 5 years, on fire. So we're big fans of the Panhandle.
Definitely. Much love to y'all as well.
Appreciate you, my man. We'll talk real soon, all right? We'll see you out there in Biloxi.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too, man. Later. All right, guys, that was Jules Scott, man. Thank you so much for coming on. iKON Fighting Federation 1 versus AJ Cunningham. I cannot wait. That fight is circled. I'm telling you, I've talked to people in the know. That fight is circled. Trust me. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you subscribe to UFC Fight Pass. There you go. We're just selling merch. Talking about selling merch, how about, guys, visit our family right there at FusionCBDProducts.com. Check out Fusion CBD Products. Hit them up on the IG. Great Instagram, but check them out on FusionCBDProducts.com. Get the rub, get the Insta-Freeze. They have the pills. I take the energy pills every morning. And, of course, the water 6-pack for $19.50. Worth every goddamn penny. So that's Fusion CBD Products. Check out our family over there at RetroGrappler.com. You saw it. The rash guards went on fire. I did not think we were going to be overwhelmed that positively with them But we're going to get them back in stock. We're sorry. Wow. They literally sold out in an hour. So check out retrograppler.com for other merch. And real quick, okay, so we're going to have Billy Good call in a couple minutes. He's fighting. He's main eventing this Saturday, SouthEastern Elite Combat. This Saturday, Billy Good, he's calling in. But I really want to hit on one thing on this past weekend's UFC. Before Impa Kasanganay, that's just that's a must, and I think we're going to have a whole giddy up with Impa coming up real soon. We might do a live thing with him. But there's something I really want to hit on, and I've been on this for probably over a year now. And I'm talking about the Ricardo Lamas versus Billy fight, right? And the third round was a 10-8. A 10-8 round. And I love it. I love it. I think there should be almost in every fight, and not every fight has it. There's some razor-sharp fights. Pedro versus Frankie, there was no 10-8s. But I would love more 10-8 rounds. Like almost half the card should have at least one 10-8 round in every fight, if not a finish. I just think it makes each fight, each round more relevant, makes it bigger, makes the impact bigger. I just don't like that. One guy can win the round 4.5 minutes, 4:45, and they get 10-9. And then round 2, the other fighter wins 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 15 seconds more than the other fighter, Billy. And then that's a 10-9 round, and we're tied. It's not tied. One guy's been dominating, 75% of the fight. I want more 10-8 rounds. And my analogy is this. Girls, I'm a happily married guy. But when we're dating and we're in high school and we're seeing this and seeing that, okay, you're dating. You keep things close. You keep things relative to you. But when you meet the one, when you meet your wife, when you meet your future mother of your kids, you go all in. You give your future wife, a 10-8 round. It's more of an impact. I think that made perfect sense in my head. What I'm saying is, guys, we need more 10-8 rounds. It makes the fights... makes the man or woman who does the damage, the work in that round, it just gives them more credit. It rewards them for doing more work instead of just, maybe laying on them or just kind of jabbing, which, me, I love the jab, but I love impact. I love when a fighter does work. That third round for Ricardo Lamas was insane. It was bananas. He did the work. He did the damage. He deserved the 10-8 round. So I'm so happy they gave it to him. I think going forward through this pandemic in 2021, we need more 10-8 rounds. I would love to see him more on the regional scene. You rarely see a 10-8 round on the regional scene. So that's just me. There's so much more we're going to get into. But, guys, I'm telling you, he's calling in. We got to go right now to Billy Good, who's fighting this Saturday, September 5th, for SouthEastern Elite Combat. Let's go, best. All right, guys, here we go. Billy Good, heavyweight. My man, how are you doing?
Doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Man, we're doing great here. We're doing great, man. You getting ready? Saturday, September 5th, you guys are going to war. And then I saw that you fought for him once, SouthEastern Elite Combat. This is your second time with him?
This will be my third time, actually. I fought Jonathan Miller at 205 and then Brian Harris at 195. It was actually supposed to be Keyshawn Dawson at 195, but that fight backed out, and
okay.
We had a replacement last minute.
Right. That's the fight game. That's the fight game.
Yes, sir.
My man,
Absolutely.
So what weight are you fighting at this time?
I'm currently walking around at 185 pounds, brother.
Whoa. Devin Adams was saying that you're a heavyweight. That's not true no more. 185.
Man, I kind of, like to fight anybody. If whatever my coach says, put me in a class and then point at the guy, and I'm ready to go.
Wow. Holy crap, man. So how you feeling? How's the body? How you feeling with that weight?
This is great, man. I've never been this light for a fight. I'm a whole lot faster. I still feel really strong, from carrying around all that weight most of my life, being a bigger guy. So I'm really excited to see how the speed, transitions into making my game better.
Right, for sure, man. That's a great point. And it's been weird in the UFC. Seems like the last year and a half, it's been a lot of guys moving up. And they're just almost like you want to be comfortable. You want to feel good. I don't have to tell you the weight cut it sucks. Let's just be blunt about it. And they kind of want to walk around almost where they fight at. But, I can't wait to see how you fight. Like I said, Devin Adams said, definitely talk to Billy. He's got a big, big future in front of him. And definitely want to see how you're going to go with a lighter weight class. You might be like, holy crap. You might feel so much more stronger than your competitor inside that ring.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's my thought as well, because I'm used to fighting guys 260 pounds down to, 205 pounds. It's those guys, when they hit, those punches are significant. And when they move you, they throw you, you hit the cage, you move the whole ring.
Right.
I'm kind of, I'm really excited to get in there with somebody a little bit smaller. And, the last couple of fights have been mismatched on weight a little bit. So I'm really excited, for both of us to be on a level playing field. See, who's better pound for pound.
There we go, man. Dude, I don't know how much you know of us and me here at Fight Bananas, but, we're doing our thing. We love the Panhandle, though. We love us some Dean Tool Island fights, iKON Fighting Federation up there on September 24th. And then, of course, the SEC. I think I've been to one event earlier last year, and then, of course, COVID happened, and it's been, really hard for a lot of the guys. But I'm looking through the card, man. I'm seeing a lot of people I know and like, a lot of Heath and Cam, Lewis. I see Eddie Price is on the card. It is a stacked card, my man. So have you checked it out? And I know you train with a lot of those guys in the same realm up there.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Primarily, I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu underneath the Helion Gracie system. But I cross-train with a lot of different great, awesome people like SD, RJ Summerlin, Cody Herbert, Matt McKeon. There's just to gain your knowledge and really see where you stand, you've got to train different places. And, the SEC, it does host some of the best athletes around here, I feel. And, they're doing a great job, progressing their promotion and getting fighters the exposure they need around here as well.
Dude, were you at the last Island fights that SD kicked that kid's head and it still hasn't he's still got a headache? It's been like 20 days since.
No, but I was talking with SD yesterday. We were training. I said, dude, when I watched that video, as soon as you threw your jab, you knew that right round kick was coming to the head. Because if you watch his body, as soon as he throws the jab, the cross, he ain't thinking about nothing but that right leg round kick. And he landed it. It was beautiful. He had been planning that. Oh
my God, it was awesome. And like I said, so we cover the events, and I do. It's hard, of course. I have my guys, I have my girls, I got my favorites, of course. I start connecting with some of the people, some of the fighters, but I try to stay, especially fight night. I try to stay 50-50, and Fight Bananas. We recorded the show. I don't know if you saw the video that we put out there. Man, it was just hard. It was hard to stay level-headed. It was just like I haven't heard, because especially with COVID happening, there hasn't been a lot of events, and this was like the first one in that area with people. Man, it blew up. The place just went berserk. It went bananas, and it was just so cool to be there live. People were just yelling and screaming. There's nothing like a knockout like that. You know what I mean? The ground game is great, and it's funny you say that. I'm a big ground person. I just talked to Jillian Robertson, one of the best female ground, grapplers, fighters in the world. I'm a ground game guy, but there's just something it's like a slam dunk. It's just nothing like it.
It is insane, and I actually just won my first fight by a KO, and I almost looked at my left hand when it happened. I was like, what the hell just happened? It just landed on the button, went smooth, and I was like, I don't know what that was, but we can do that again for sure.
Oh, my gosh. I know. It's just something like it, and then people, I think they talk to you a little bit different, and they check you out a little bit more. But, Billy, how old are you doing? How old are you, my man?
I'm 28 years old. I'll be 29 in November.
29, okay. What was your first memory? What was the, for me, it was that damn Chuck Liddell watching Iceman, 18, 15 years ago. What was your first mixed martial arts memory?
My first mixed martial arts memory. So as far as actually doing anything, I had a buddy come to high school one day that had graduated the year previous and was like, hey, why don't you come with me to my MMA team after school and check this out? I was, never heard anything about it. I went and tried it out. It was just a bunch of us wrestling and hitting the bag and stuff. I was like, I thought this was cool. But then I met Sammy Collingwood, and I watched a couple of his videos, and I rolled around with him. And that right there, seeing that somebody from my area, could like really push the envelope, get out of here and fight and have about it. That was my first real big click moment.
I love it. Yeah, it's such a hotbed. It's so weird. It's probably a 25, 30-minute radius there, and kind of the Panhandle up to Pensacola, then a little bit into the Alabama area. There's just so much talent. Like it's pretty outrageous. And I just mentioned Alvarez, and there's Price, and there's Bennett. We talked to True Grit, Brendan Thompson, and there's just so much now. SD's turning pro, iKON 924, UFC Fight Pass. What a huge platform that is. Have you met with Dean Toole? I know that's kind of like he's building such a great platform for amateurs on their island fights, and then moving up, iKON Fighting Federation, fighting for professionally. Have you ever met Dean Toole or talked to him?
I've seen Dean Toole, like around at island fights, going there to watch fights, and I look forward to possibly fighting on his promotion one day when the time is right. My coaches point me in that direction towards the right opponent. Absolutely, and he is doing great things for a lot of athletes around here, and for sure, if he wants to have me on his show one day, I'm all about it.
For sure. And man, I'm loving what the SEC is doing too. Like I said, I think the card's stacked. This is September 5th. On a Saturday night in the Panhandle. I love it. You guys are the main event versus
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like it, man. Is there a title on the line or just main event?
I don't know. I know 205 and the 195 belt. I'm not sure Sammy stands on that, but if they, it don't matter to me. Let's fight. That's what I'm there for. It's just another belt in my mind. I'm really just there for the fight, man. I love to fight. I got another fight September 26th right after this one, trying to get in as many as I can before, if they shut us down again, I want to get these in, get the training.
Right. A crazy way to think about it. That's funny you say that, because I've talked to so many of the UFC guys that are fighting at the Apex, and it seems like the UFC fights have been better lately. A lot of people are saying about the smaller cage, and that might be a part of it, probably is. But I've talked to some of the guys, and they're like, dude, we're going, because we don't know when we're going to get shut down, or we don't know when we're going to get this opportunity again. So I want to show Dana and the guys that, I'm ready to knock this guy's head off, and they're going above and beyond. So it's so funny you say that same kind of wavelength,
Absolutely, yeah, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, because at the same time, usually you're like, okay, I want a good fight camp, I want to plan this out right, and I want to be ready. Well, right now, it's just train, stay ready, and go fight as soon as you can, and I love that aspect of it, because before anything else, I just love to fight. I love getting in the ring, win, lose, or draw. I love banging. I love the adrenaline, man.
I love it. My man, I got 10 questions for you. It's a way the Fight Bananas community can get to know you a little bit more, and then, be on your side on September 5th, all right?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, here we go. First one. Who is the most interesting person you have ever talked to?
The most interesting person I have ever talked to would definitely have to be my great-grandfather. He lived in a lot different time and grew up in a lot different world. I
know, man. He wasn't all about the Instagram game, right? It wasn't about that.
Negative, not at all.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is lazy people.
Amen. Who is your favorite movie character of all time?
Will Smith.
What movie? Which one what's your go-to?
I Am Legend, because I train dogs on the side, so I'm always like a man and his dog taking on the world. I'm all about.
God, dude, I can't believe you said that, man. I love the movie. It's one of my favorites, but I don't watch it a lot. It's not even. It's that scene, man. I can't watch that scene, the dog scene.
Legend, brother.
In 2025, Billy Good will be where?
Say again?
In 2025, where will you be?
In 2025, where will I be? I will still be training, exercising, and providing for my children, whether that means I'm still climbing or I'm fighting in the UFC. I will be there grinding.
Love it. Beach or mountains?
We're going to go with the mountains.
Your least favorite sparring partner?
Matt McKeon.
It's so funny.
He's such an animal. God, he's so strong.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've watched him, I think, twice live. I remember him versus Marcel Stamps, and that was just a tough-ass fight. It ended a little bit off, too. He kind of got hit and, fell down. Marcel kind of hit him in the back of the head a little bit, and it was just so close. And I remember I think the ref was actually Sammy, if I remember right. And it was just one of those.
I think it was Larry, but yeah, it ended up being a little controversial there at the end. But such is the fight game, man.
Right,
you win,
right.
You lose some.
Absolutely, man. 2 more for you. Who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero, Thor.
That's a good one. Last one. It's your dream fight, man. You can pick a place. You can pick the who you fight, what it's for. If you had one dream fight opportunity, what would it be?
If I had one dream fight opportunity, man, I would love to fight Nick Diaz just to say I did it.
I like that, man. I like that. Nick Diaz, 185 too. Where would you fight him, in the Panhandle, or would you go out? Would you go to Stockton?
I'd have to do it in the Panhandle, because if he was sitting there saying Stockton motherfucker slapping me, I think I would lose my composure in his home crowd. I'd be like, damn, I need my people to back me up on that one.
Absolutely, man. We cannot wait, man. September 5th, main event, Billy Good, SEC. You guys are doing the thing. So pumped you guys are back, and we'll be out there, man. We can't wait to watch you guys live.
Yes, sir. I sure appreciate it.
All right, brother. Be good.
Yes, sir. You too.